and is hoping, praying, manifesting, wishing upon a shooting star that she can score tickets for the Arlington show secondhand for reasonable prices. What's the worst that I can say? Things are better if I stay. So long and good night. So long and good night.
If you got it, let me see you wave your hand. When the devil said no, God say yes.
That's right, guys. I got him. Read it and weep. You got apostrophe M. Finally, after 6 months of scrambling and saving, I finally got tickets to see my favorite band, My Chemical Romance, live in Arlington. Ah! I am so beyond happy, you guys have no idea. And now, that leaves us with only one very important question. What the hell am I going to wear? At first I had this little number drawn up months ago, full revenge realness, but then something occurred to me. It's going to be in the 90s, in August, in Texas. This is a heat stroke waiting to happen, number one. And number two, I came up with a better idea. A couple days after the tour got announced, I came across this video on TikTok by somebody named Serious Danger. Roll the clip.
I ain't got no eyebrows. I just woke up because I've been thinking about this. Okay. The aesthetic that they're coming through and the story they're telling so far with the information that we have, I know it's been less than 72 hours, but they're marching across America as dictators or as representative of a dictator. Are you really gonna let a dictator, fucking fascist, roll into your city and have a fucking party? No, you're not. You know why? Because you're a student of My Chemical Romance and a student of the world. You want to be free. You want to be able to be yourself. And if you're really a student of My Chemical Romance, you know that in the face of oppression, art is the weapon, okay? I don't think that everybody should be dressing in that same aesthetic that they're putting forth, because that's just proving their point. Look how easy it is for you to walk into fascism and you to just fall in line. I think that if everyone dressed as their killjoy persona, and as My Chemical Romance walked out onto that stage thinking they were gonna see a sea of black and gray and saw a bunch of neon and fucking pink and red and green and signs that said art is the weapon, you will not destroy me, like fuck BLI, all that stuff, that's tea. That's tea, and that's the point. If you ask me, I've been a killjoy girly since day one. Serious Danger was my killjoy name that I created when I was 17 years old. I'm locked in. Okay, so if you have not gotten your killjoy persona together, now is the time, because we need to express ourselves through the art. Okay, that's always what My Chemical Romance has been about. And so this grand immortal dictator, he don't want to see that. So you need to be what he don't want to see. He's trying to destroy you. He's trying to tamper you down. No, girl. Put the neons on, get your ray guns, and tell that bitch you will not destroy me. Ooh, I think that would be a real gag. I think they would be very proud of us. They would be very proud of us. So yes, you have until July. First everybody, let's focus on getting the tickets on Friday. But once you got the ticket, I need you to start thinking big. What is your killjoy name? What is your faction? What are you wearing? And no dark colors, girl, because that's what they want, okay? That's what they want. Put on the neons. Put on the fish, put it on. Okay? Ooh. And if best you can, do not come dressed as their killjoys. Make your own, because you are you. You are not party poison. You are Bethany. You're Leaf. Okay, you're John. Be that. Be that 100%. And show these fuckers that we're not going quietly into that good night. No. Our soldiers rage!
And that video rewired my brain and inspired me to pivot and create my own Killjoy character and design her outfit to wear and rebel against the dictator. Everyone meet Violet Diamond, world-class jewel thief. She steals priceless gems from the Battery City elite and sells them back for whatever money she can squeeze out of them. But that doesn't stop her from keeping a few sparklies for herself. As a Danger Days girl, there was no way I wasn't gonna take this opportunity and run with it now that that idea got put into my head. I did make a few changes as I went along making her so I would be allowed into the venue, and I didn't get to dye my hair purple like I wanted, so don't expect me to look exactly like this once it's all done, okay? The making of this costume is probably gonna be the easiest costume I've ever made. The real challenge is going to be getting this made between now and the day before the show. I got my work cut out for me, so without further ado, let's get to it.
Alright, it is currently 10:27 in the morning. I just woke up, my allergies are picking a fight with me, and at this current point in time, I have exactly 1 day short of 3 weeks to get this Killjoy costume done and ready to go in time for the Arlington show on August 2nd. I think I can do that. I think I got this. Now, normally I don't wait this close to time for an event to plan out an outfit or at least make one and get it done. I usually get that done like far in advance. However, this was a special case because I'm actually a very paranoid and superstitious person, and I was afraid that if I went on ahead and started working on my Killjoy costume before I actually got the tickets, that I would accidentally jinx myself and not be able to get the tickets. So, yeah.
So, first things first, we gotta start on the most important element of the costume, the name tag. That's Zone's lingo for a Killjoy's jacket, which is very tied to a Killjoy's identity. I'll be making it out of this jean vest that I thrifted years ago. It was originally a jacket, but the sleeves were too tight, so I cut them off. Our main objectives right now are to dye this bad boy purple and use the sleeves as extra fabric to expand the sides and upsize it. However, this is the biggest pot I have. But don't worry, I have a workaround. I drew a line up both side panels of the vest where I plan to expand it and cut up those lines so the vest is almost cut into 3 pieces. They're still attached to each other, but only via the yoke at the top. Once I prepped my pot of boiling water, used up my entire household supply of salt, and watched my swirling witch's brew until it boiled, I added my purple all-purpose Rit dye and submerged my sleeve as a test subject. I left it in the dye bath for a good 3 to 5 minutes, washed out the excess dye in the sink, and then hung it up to air dry.
Alright, so the sleeve is still damp, but it's already coming out to be a beautiful shade of purple. Absolutely delicious. I'm not really worried about the funny looking pink spots because it's not supposed to be perfect. But man, look at that. It's gonna probably get brighter and lighter as it gets drier. And yeah, I can't wait to see how this looks when it's all dry.
With the sleeve deemed a success, I enlisted the help of my mom to help me dye the vest. We submerged one section of the vest at a time and washed each one before submerging the next. I did have to also submerge the top section, aka the yoke, separately, but I didn't mind. And here is the jacket while it's still damp but fully dyed purple, and it already looks great. Now the only thing we can do from here is wait until the next day for it to fully air dry.
Alright gang, it's the next day. Let's go see how the vest dried. Oh yeah, look at that. This is her all dried and she is the perfect shade of purple. Look at that. Hell yeah. Alright.
And now we make the coattails. I cut out the back legs of my stepdad's old work jeans and dyed those purple as well. Pro tip, If you want to get a true cool tone of purple, make sure whatever jean clothing item you're dyeing is already blue at least a little bit, because all purple fabric dyes have a red base to them. The blue of the jean fabric will cancel out most of the red and leave you with that true purple color. And now, we gotta let them dry overnight. Again. Cut to the next day where they're all nice and dry. They look a little darker than the vest, but it's not supposed to be perfect, so it's not that big a deal. And here are some pictures of the vest all dry just because. After giving it a good old machine wash and dry, we can finally get to upsizing it. I measured the length of the cut I made on one side of the vest and marked that length on the sleeve, plus a little extra for seam allowance, then cut it out. I got it all pinned down, fired up my sewing machine, and broke out my denim jean needles to sew the fabric together. And I used pink and purple thread together instead of just purple, cause I thought it would be fun. Now for the other side of the vest, I used a piece of this pink t-shirt I found in my closet cause I couldn't find the other jacket sleeve anywhere, which is why you saw me only dye one sleeve. I have no idea where the other sleeve went. I tore my house apart looking for it and I couldn't find it anywhere. I also have no memory of acquiring this pink shirt, but man am I glad I had it. And here's what the sides look like all done. Perfectly imperfect as they should be. And honestly, I like the pink side panel better than if I had the other sleeve to work with, cause it gives even more of that Killjoy vibe. Like it was repaired with what Violet could find. It's more punk that way. Now to move on to the coattails. Usually I draft a pattern for this stuff, but since I had a limited amount of fabric to work with, I just took a Prismacolor pencil and went for it. Sketching it out directly onto one pant leg, cutting it out, and then using that coattail as a pattern to cut out the other one. I folded in the edges and sewed them down to create a hem all the way around both coattails except for the thicker section at the top. I left that part alone. Now that both are hemmed, we pin them to the back of the vest and sew them on. By hand, that is. Yeah, these parts are super thick, and I was way too chicken to try and sew through that with my machine. So I took one of my strongest needles and backstitched them on instead of a regular straight stitch for extra security. And here are both coattails fully attached to the back. They look so good. I am so happy with how they came out. Ah! It's already starting to come together so well.
Alright gang, it is the 19th of July, the day of the San Francisco show, and at the time I'm recording this part of the video, I have exactly 2 weeks until the Arlington show, and 1 day short of 2 weeks to get this costume done. I think I got it. It's currently almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because I overslept, but that's fine. And today we're going to paint the jacket, or at least paint the back of it.
I'm gonna start by tackling the center back panel where Violet's emblem is gonna go, as well as her name. I grabbed an appropriately sized bowl from the kitchen and used some tailor's chalk to draw around the bowl to create a perfect circle. Eat your heart out, Squidward. For the diamond in the center, I did try to freehand it, but I was struggling, so I ended up making a stencil out of notebook paper and tracing around that instead. I was struggling freehanding the flames for some reason too, so I made a template for that as well. Now you guys can't see it on camera very well because of the color I used to trace around it, but trust me, I can see it in real life and that's what matters. And now it's time to break out the paint! I'm gonna go in with this folk art neon purple first to paint the diamond and mixing it with this tulip textile medium so that it sticks to the fabric better and it doesn't crack easily. For every 1 part of the medium, I mix 2 parts of paint with it as per the instructions on the bottle. And right out the gate, I already messed up. Because the jacket was such a dark color, it took 10 coats before the true color of the paint started to show up. The paint does look pretty bright when wet, but the thing I forgot about folk art's neon paint is that it dries way darker than you think it will. No worries though, lesson learned. For the pink flames and the circle, I laid down a coat of white as a primer so the color would pop more and I didn't have to put on 10 freaking coats for the color to actually show up. In comparison, it took only 2, maybe 3 coats to get the pink fully opaque. And despite how it looks on camera, the pink paint actually isn't neon. I just used a regular bright pink, but it does look neon on camera. Once the flames dried, I added the details onto the diamond with more white. I was gonna do a lighter purple, but I liked how the white made it pop out more. And to finish off the back, we add the name. I sketched out the positioning of the letters and painted over top of them with, guess what, more white. I wanted to kinda mimic the Black Parade album font cause it just looked so cool. Look at that. The back logo is all done. Took for freaking ever. It is like 10:29 p.m. I started this at almost 3. But, you know, paint takes a while to dry. Pro tip, if you're ever going to recreate this for yourself or you're going to use this to make your own Killjoy costume, if you don't want your paint to dry in whatever little pots you have it in while you're doing this, because each layer is going to take a minute to dry, put some plastic wrap over it so it'll still be usable. Just do yourself a favor, okay? Okay? Cool. And with the back logo all dry, we can move on down to the coattails, which I will be painting the edges of pink and adding diamond sparkles at the bottom. I just repeated the same process of putting a couple coats of white down for primer and then painted the pink on over top. And since the vest was so heavy and my table is only so big, I had to get some heavy stuff to weigh it down so it wouldn't fall off the table. Painting these pink parts took forever, and by forever, I mean the entire live stream of the first San Francisco show to finish. Oh yeah, speaking of which, okay, it is the next day, it is July 20th. I called it a night after I finished doing the coattail trim, because that took forever. It actually took the entire live stream of last night's concert to get those done. Speaking of which, that was the craziest set list of the tour so far, and it was only the second show. What do you mean? We got Boy Division in the Year of Our Dark Lord 2025 and a new song cover? I think the last time they did a song cover was Desolation Row, and that was all the way back in like 07. That's crazy! Oh my god. And almost half the set list was Danger Days. I was living, okay? Hoping, praying, manifesting for anything from Danger Days and Conventional Weapons for my show. For the Coattail Diamonds, I did the same song and dance of tracing out a template I made of notebook paper, and it took, I think, 3 coats to get it fully white. And now to take a break from the painting real quick, because I discovered that I had 2 big enough scrap pieces of the jean fabric to make a pair of lapels for the collar. One lapel is slightly smaller than the other one, but that's okay, it's not supposed to be perfect anyway. In fact, that just makes it even more perfect. I painted the paint trim on the collar off camera to save us some time, cause now we gotta paint all the diamonds onto the front of the vest. If you remember from my concept sketch, I was originally gonna paint them just straight up pink. But I had this lighter purple that I mixed for the diamond lines on the logo that I didn't end up using, and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I decided to try it on the diamonds and see what happens. And boy am I glad I did, cause I love this so much better. It gives it much more interest and color variation. And here it is, all dried! I love it so much! Alright, next day. It is, I don't know, man. Time is a construct. Let me look at my laptop real quick. It is July 21st. We have T-minus 12 days until MCR comes to Texas. And we only have one more thing to do on the jacket, and then we can move on to the shirt and the mask. Now, what is this one last thing, you might ask?
The answer is sparkles! Now, as you can tell from how very brightly these things sparkle, these aren't plastic rhinestones. These are actually real glass rhinestones. I know it will probably be a little bit more on brand for Killjoys to only be able to find the plastic ones, but here's the thing. I have beef with plastic rhinestones.
So this is E6000 glue. This bad boy is the best kind of stuff to glue on rhinestones with. However, if you use it on plastic rhinestones, it is a complete roll of the dice whether or not this stuff is going to mess up the mirror backing that they paint onto plastic rhinestones, thus making them completely unusable. So, I don't really like to take my chances. Plus, this is my Killjoy costume. I like pretty rhinestones and I do what I want. Plus, I think it fits my Killjoy character more anyway. Since she's a jewel thief, I like to think that when she gets pieces made of several gems, she'll take them apart and sell each one off to get more money for them. But sometimes, she'll find one that she likes and keeps them for herself and adds them to her outfits. Now you'll notice that I'm only using rhinestones instead of both studs and stones because I found out that the venue is one of those that doesn't allow spikes or studs, and I want to be allowed in. However, when I actually got to the concert, I noticed that the person in the row in front of me had spikes all over their battle jacket. So what was the truth? I have no idea. But I'm glad I played it safe anyway, just in case. And once all the glue's set, my Killjoy name tag was all done. Bask in all of her sparkly Technicolor glory! Ah, she looks so flipping cool! And now we can move on to the next major component, the shirt. Much less work to do, so it only took a day from start to finish. I drew and cut out the neckline I wanted, then hemmed it by hand to make it look more disheveled, for lack of a better term. Also, content warning for arachnophobia. If you have a fear of spiders, I don't know if that counts for drawings of spiders, but I thought I would warn you in advance just in case. For the Danger Days spider, I made another template out of notebook paper and had to pin it down in order to trace around it properly because it was so big. I mixed up some black paint with the fabric medium and filled in the whole spider. Also, while I'm thinking about it, if you plan on doing something similar to this for yourself, make sure you have a piece of cardboard on the inside of your shirt before painting it like this. So if the paint bleeds through it, it won't make the front stick to the back of the shirt. And that goes for any other clothing item, pants, a jacket, anything else. Once the black dried, I decided to add a white outline around the spider to help it stand out more. It did not occur to me how dark the purple shirt was until after I painted the spider, and I'm like, I can barely see this. I also added bits of that lighter purple from earlier here and there for extra pizzazz. And with that, the shirt is done, and we can move on to the most important component besides the jacket, my Killjoy mask. I primed the mask with a coat of matte white acrylic paint first so the rest of the paint would stick better, and then started to layer that neon purple paint until I got it completely opaque. And as you can see, it took way more coats of paint than I thought it was going to. I've noticed that as a theme with this particular purple paint.
Alright, it is now 2:30 in the morning. It is now July 22nd, which means 11 days until MCR, and I decided I was going to try and pull an all-nighter to try and do the mask. That's not going as planned, because I honestly thought I was going to get it done before midnight, but I forgot just how cantankerous this freaking neon purple acrylic paint is. It's been so long since I used that neon folklore acrylic paint that I forgot just how annoying it is to deal with and how sheer it goes on to the mask. So it took more than the 3 coats of paint that I thought it was going to take. I think I only need 1 more coat on it to get it fully purple. You guys can't see it. It looks fully purple on camera, but it just needs 1 more coat to be fully opaque. This took 10 freaking coats! 10 coats! Good God. Remind me to not get neon folk art paint next time. Oh God. Anyway, I think after putting on the 10th coat, I might go to bed. I haven't decided yet. I'll let you guys know.
Update, I did go to sleep. After doing that 10th coat, it's finally all purple. Finally. It's still the 22nd though, don't worry. And hopefully I can get the mask done today, and then most of the outfit is done. After I got good and awake, or awake and unafraid if you will, I got straight to work painting on the diamonds around the eyes. I painted on the white ones first and then the pink outlines around them, which also took multiple coats to get fully opaque. Probably should have put down a layer of white beforehand, but Once I was happy with the eye diamonds, I hit it with a spray sealant to seal the paint and added, guess what? More rhinestones! Because sparkles make everything better, and she ain't called Violet Diamond for nothing. Oh yeah, while I'm at it, I think I'll tell you guys how I got into MCR in the first place. It was September 2024, and I was traipsing about YouTube when I came across Strange Aeons' video analyzing Gerard's return tour outfits, and decided to watch it while I was working on doll commissions. From there, I decided to give the music a try, and I've been here ever since. I know, crazy roundabout way to get into it. So, Strange, I know you're probably never gonna see this, but just in case you do somehow, thank you for getting me into My Chemical Romance. Truly changed my life. Once I was done with the mask, I took a brief side quest to recycle some buttons that weren't selling in my shop and turned them into homemade MCR buttons to hand out and trade at the show. I made 13 of 2 different designs. One says Long Live the Black Parade and the other says Long Live MCR. Yeah, I did hand paint all of the letters on all of the buttons. It took a hot minute, however, it was worth it. It's happening, guys. As of today, it is official. We have exactly 1 week, count 'em, 7 whole days until the concert. It is 12:55 a.m. It is now July 27th. The Arlington show is 6 days away. The first night of the 2 LA shows just ended, and I was watching the streams, or trying to, because the service sucked, so everybody's live streams kept going in and out. And during the second half of the show, they played a Paper Kingdom song. They played War Beneath the Rain. I witnessed that live on stream. Oh my god! I'm still in shock and disbelief. Oh my god! So, y'all know what this means, right? Nothing is off the table now except for maybe drowning lessons. If they're willing to bust out Paper Kingdoms, what the heck do they got planned for Arlington in 6 days' time? I'm going to be there to witness whatever shenanigans they have planned. I'm gonna be there, like, at the show. Guys, listen to me right now. If they play Light Behind Your Eyes, or Early Sunsets, or we get another Paper Kingdom song, or they play Desolation Row, I am going to lose my marbles. Y'all understand me? There will be the first ever case of spontaneous human combustion. I'm even more excited, but also terrified for the Arlington show now. I'm terrified for my show, but very excited. Oh my god. Franny Stein is gonna be livid the one time she decides to sit a live stream out. This happens. Oh my god. And to think we have another show going down in LA tonight. I mean, best bet I'm gonna be watching that live stream. We'll report back with any shenanigans. Okay, LA Night 2 just ended. The set list was insane. Okay, we got Helena right out the gate. instead of them ending the show with Helena as they usually do, so I already knew something was gonna go down. And guess what? I was right, because not only did we get Bullet with the butterfly wings again, we also got Foundations of Decay, and we got Prison, Ghost of You, Scarecrow! We got Scarecrow! The set list was crazy tonight, okay? Save some cool for Arlington, okay? Oh my god. Now I'm terrified of what they got planned, okay? I'm terrified. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, Gerard resisted getting slapped. He caught the slap twice. When I woke up at a reasonable hour, I attempted several times to make myself some fingerless gloves out of some white faux leather I had lying around. But all attempts ended in frustrating failure after frustrating failure. This was the only attempt that gave me a glove that I could fit my hand in. And when I say fit, I mean it barely fit. What you're seeing is, I believe, the 5th attempt? Yeah, I think this was the 5th attempt. Alright, now we have 5 days until the Arlington show. It's this Saturday. It feels so far away, but also terrifyingly close. Alright, gang, as of today, T-minus 4 days until the show. And I decided that I'm gonna give making the gloves one more try. I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna completely forego the white faux leather, and I'm gonna use something else. And by something else, I mean an old pair of black jeans I've had lying around forever. I cut out the front part of the legs and drafted the pattern straight onto the fabric, then cut it out and sewed them together. My hope was that since it had more give and stretch than the faux leather, that it would cooperate better and actually fit my hand. And I was right. I tried them on before I cut away the excess, gave it a good old flex test, and it fit pretty good, so no adjustments needed. I cut away the excess, turned it inside out, tried it on one more time, and sure enough, it fit like a glove, literally. Okay, gang, it is 4:55 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. After I turned the gloves inside out, I got sleepy and promptly passed out. I just went to sleep. I didn't actually pass out. So now I am going to do the rest of the gloves today. And we are now officially 3 days away, 72 hours away. Oh my god! And as for why I am up so late, besides falling asleep at sometime in the afternoon, I've been trying my best to restore my sleep schedule before the concert. And I've been at that for a good week and a half. So far, not going well. Ending in failure. But we're gonna try anyway. And if all else fails, I got like a 2.5 hour car ride. Or is it an hour and a half? I can't remember. Either way, it's like longer than an hour or so car ride to Arlington to get like a nice long power nap. We'll see how that goes. I finished off the gloves by making rectangular cutouts on the tops of the hands and painting tiny diamonds where each knuckle would be with more white paint. I did think about adding rhinestones to the centers of each diamond, but I decided against it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys something. So, I started saving up for the tickets back in late January, early February, right? And my initial plan was to save up the money and get the tickets as soon as I possibly could. But then about 2 or 3 weeks out from the tour starting, something occurred to me. And then my plan changed, and my plan was to then get the tickets before July 11th, which was opening night of the tour. Because I was worried that people that were initially on the fence or decided to sit this tour out were going to change their minds once they saw all the live streams and the videos that would be posted of the concert later on,
and there would be a massive uptick in people buying out whatever tickets were left over. And thankfully, I cut it so close. I cut it so freaking close, you guys. But thankfully, I managed to secure the tickets 30 minutes before the show started. And the next day, I was proven right. So I took a screenshot of the seating chart and highlighted where my seats were at, because I wanted to show all my friends where I was going to be at and how close I was going to be to the stage, because I was so excited. And the next day, I pulled up that screenshot and I compared it to the seating chart and how it looked when I woke up that morning. And I kid you not, every other seat that was in my row that was still available that wasn't bought up by resellers was gone. They were all bought up. I was right. I am so relieved I got the tickets when I did, you guys. That was so close. Oh my god. Alright guys, as of today, it is July 31st at 6:05 in the morning, and in less than 48 hours, I will be seeing My Chemical Romance live for the first time. It's now, like, finally mentally sinking in that this is actually happening, that this is for real, and I'm trying not to lose my marbles right now. And you guys know something? When the tour announcement first happened, I already thought that it was a foregone conclusion that I wasn't going to be able to go because, you know, tickets cost money, and there was no way in heck that I was ever going to be able to win the Ticketmaster Wars when the pre-sale happened. And guess what? Of course, naturally, I didn't. And also, you know, I was afraid of, you know, the plague, because COVID is still a thing, whether you guys want to believe it or not. And, yeah. But then I was thinking about it a couple months later. I was talking to my mom, and it was actually one of my mom's friends that also convinced me that, you know, maybe I should go on ahead and do it anyway, because I've been cooped up as a prisoner in my own house for the past few years, and it's been miserable. And maybe I just want to do this one thing for myself, you know? And I was thinking about it more, and I thought, you know, this could be my only chance to see them live, because we don't know if they're gonna do any more tours after this. We're lucky that they're still even active. So in like late January, early February, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. I can't promise victory is not guaranteed, but I'm gonna try anyway, and we're gonna see what happens. And, well, I guess it worked out. And you wanna know what else is crazy? This is gonna be the first concert that I've been to in over 10 years. The last concert that I went to was on Taylor Swift's Speak Now tour. I was in 7th grade, if I remember correctly. And I still have the tour shirt somewhere, but, she's seen better days, I'll say that. The last time I saw her, the screen printing was just cracking and disintegrating because I wore the heck out of that thing. But I learned my lesson from that. And when I get to that merch booth, I already know what shirt I am getting, and I am having her framed. I know what shirt I'm getting already. I am getting that freaking Helena Funeral Program shirt. It is gorgeous. That is such a smart idea. That's such a smart shirt design. I'm getting that one. And I'm also going to get the buttons, because the push-ups and drag button is just absolutely hilarious. I cackled when I saw it for the first time. That's got to be mine. I was also thinking about getting the drag pin to go with my very large enamel pin collection. Here's this really cool Sailor Cosmos enamel pin that I have. And yes, she is that big. She's very heavy. She's like 2 pins stacked on top of each other. But I haven't decided yet. I guess I'll cross that bridge when we get there, you know? Maybe I just need to see it in real life before I decide. Alright guys, this is it. As of right now, it is August 1st at 6 o'clock in the morning. In less than 24 hours,
I will be seeing My Chemical Romance live for the first time. This is actually happening! And I had everything done for my Killjoy costume. I was not scrambling to get anything done. I freaking speed ran making that costume, and it paid off because I was done with it quite a few days early, which is great. So now all that's left to do is pack and prepare, and also do one other thing.
You might have seen this video on TikTok, but I made this revenge ball cap for my mom to wear when she comes with me to the concert, and she loved it so much that she wanted me to make her a matching shirt to go with it. So that's what I did. That is how I spent my Arlington show eve, if you will, because I was honestly too full of nervous energy to do anything else. Oh, and can confirm she also loved the shirt. And while the paint on the shirt was drying, I took the time to pack a bag that would be acceptable according to the venue's guidelines. At the time I'm making and posting this video, there are still plenty of more shows to go on this tour, so I'm gonna take a second for a PSA to tell you, always check the bag policy when you go to a concert. As for the essentials, I packed my wallet, of course, this dingy 10-year-old Black Butler wallet that my mom got me at my first anime convention, who has seen better days, my sunglasses, which are coincidentally pink so they'll match my outfit. Did not plan that, but I am certainly not complaining. Hand sanitizer, of course. My motion sickness medicine because I get very car sick on long car rides. A KN95 mask. And finally, a portable phone charger, which I got solely for the concert. After that, I finished out my day by enlisting the help of my mom to film a little something for TikTok.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings all hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
Well, gang, that's it. My Killjoy costume is all ready to go. I have everything packed up between me and my mom. It is currently 8:14 p.m. I finished eating dinner, and now all that's left is to go to sleep. Despite my excitement, I'm actually really sleepy, but that's a good problem to have because the last thing I want to be tomorrow is sleep deprived. I gotta wake up super early anyway because we gotta drive 2 hours to Arlington. I live pretty far. And yeah. In a few hours, somewhere around less than 24, I will be seeing My Chemical Romance live for the first time. It's actually happening, you guys. When I wake up tomorrow, it's actually freaking happening. Oh my god! I'm okay. I'm cool. I'm fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm gonna go to bed now, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Today's the day, guys. It is like 6:18, 6:19 in the morning. I woke up a little earlier than planned, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I'm simply too excited. But yeah, it's August 2nd. Today's the day! Oh my god, it's actually happening!
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody just calm down!
Alright, gang, let's do this. Oh, and here are some pics of me and my mom all dressed up. Don't we look great? Now we gotta get in the car and get going. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, but I got absolutely zero footage of us driving up to Arlington. I would've, but the lens on my phone's camera, the rear camera, has been on the fritz for months and tremors whenever I open it. And I couldn't use my mom's phone because she needed it for navigation. So just pretend Fozzie and Kermit are me and my mom driving up there and having a grand old time. Also, I showed my mom that I put in this Kermit and Fozzie clip in here while editing, and she absolutely loves it. When we got in town, it was lunchtime, and we planned in advance to eat at this sushi restaurant called Little Tokyo. It was a tiny, what I would describe as like a hole-in-the-wall place, and it was great because smaller places like this are a lot less chaotic and more quiet. The service was fantastic, and the food even more so. I got the Ranger's roll, and my mom got the Shaggy Dog. And it was plated so beautifully, she almost didn't want to eat it. Almost. Everything was absolutely flippin' delicious, so if you're ever in Arlington, 10 out of 10 would recommend. After that, naturally we had to go grab boba. So I tried the hazelnut milk tea at Ding Tea, and honestly, not bad. Very interesting flavor. I'd also recommend this place too.
Alright gang, we have arrived in the parking lot. So now, I've been waiting for this. Now I want to do song predictions for the B stage, okay? There are ones that I want to happen, and then there are ones that, you know, realistically what you think are gonna happen, you know? So for me, I think, well, of course Helena's gonna happen. They close the show out with that every night, unless they pull an LA night too. But one song I think is guaranteed to be on the set list for the B stage is Hang 'Em High, because Wild Wild West, we're in Texas. Come on. I'd be surprised if they didn't. What about you, Mom? What are your thoughts? What songs do you think? What songs do you want?
I agree. And what's that one song I liked?
I'm Not Okay?
I like that song.
They're definitely gonna play
Yes.
that one.
Yes.
I'm hoping for anything from Danger Days or Conventional Weapons. I hope they play Save Yourself or Hold It Back. I love that one. Let's see.
I want to hear him
Ooh,
shredding.
Boy Division, yes. Come on. You're gonna hear shredding, okay? But there's Frank and Ray. Between those two, you are going to hear some shreds.
I'm just excited to be here with you.
I know. I can't wait to have my brain melted by watching Ray set the stage on fire with his awesome guitar god powers. Pyrotechnics? What are those? He can just do that. That's just a thing Ray can do. Alright. It's like 3:45. We're probably gonna start walking over at 4:30 because it's gonna take a hot minute to walk over there. And I'm already seeing people decked out in red, black, and white walking past the car. The emo circus is definitely in town here, people. And meanwhile, I am in my pink and purple and black Technicolor Killjoy shenanigans. Ever the odd man out. But that's how I live my life anyway. I do what I want. Okay, I completely forgot another song I want. I want Kids from Yesterday, if only to hear Ray go absolutely bananas on that extended guitar solo at the end. I need to see that live. Please! Manifesting, hoping, praying, wishing upon a fallen star. You know what also is, speaking of epic guitar, I would also like Head First for Halos, because we all know that opening guitar kicks too much ass. And Mom would like to add that she would also like to hear My Way Home Is Through You.
Yes.
Can concur, would not be complaining. Oh, or Heaven Help Us. Yes, I love that. Alright gang, we are on our way. We are walking out of the parking lot right now, and yes, I'm wearing a mask because COVID is still a problem. Don't like it, too bad, I do what I want. And it is hot as hell out here, but that's standard fare for August in Texas. But I tell you something, I'm not as hot as I thought I would be because I'm wearing all this and I'm completely covered. So the Killjoys were onto something. Wearing less layers can only get you so far when preventing heat stroke, but this prevents you from getting sunburned, which I am very easily privy to. I would very much not like that, please and thank you. After a few minutes in line, I already traded a few buttons, and I got some cool bracelets. I got Nana and Disenchanted. I'm so excited. Oh, and I can't forget the first thing that I got. So someone saw me walking down the line and sent their boyfriend to come and find me and give me this little pink Danger Days Spider hotel keychain because it matched my outfit, and this is the only Danger Days one that they made. I'm so excited. Oh my god. And I already acquired a blue piece of paper for the fan project where we're gonna light up the stadium blue during Disenchanted and Sleep. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Another keepsake. I'm definitely putting this in the frame with my tickets.
So, you know how I said I didn't feel as hot as I thought I would? Well, roll the clip.
Okay, so we had a bit of a minor hiccup. Don't worry, I'm away from other people so I can take my mask down. I started seeing stuff and not feeling good, but I made it through the ticket line just barely, and I had to sit down in this chair. Thank God this stadium is air conditioned. I want to thank the lovely lady of guest services. Her name is Miriam, for checking on me and asking if I was okay. She saw me breathing kind of heavy, and she got me a cup of ice cold water. So Miriam, thank you so much. You are an angel. I hope both sides of your pillow are cold forever, and that your coffee always remains hot no matter how long you forget about it in the coffee maker. And yay or nay sides acquired, baby. We're good to go. I'm okay, guys. Don't worry. My hands are shaking a little if you can't tell by the camera, but don't worry, I'll be okay. Just don't be like me. We probably should have gotten in line earlier. That probably would have helped a little bit, but yeah, don't worry, I'm okay, guys. Look at that. The stage is so much bigger in person. Oh my god. This is probably the biggest concert I've ever been to, and the biggest concert venue for sure. Wow. Hee 5 bracelets deep, baby! We are on a roll! Look at that!
Don't worry, I did get pics of me in front of the stage. I'm so happy that I have these! Now, unfortunately, I didn't get video or pictures of other people and their outfits because my brain was still a little scrambled and my hands were too shaky from getting overheated. However, fear not, for some of my friends in the MCR Discord servers I'm in that were also at the show were kind enough to send me photos of their own to include in the video. And I found some more on Instagram. There was an amazing Mother War cosplayer, and your eyes do not deceive you, for that is in fact Black Parade Hatsune Miku. And you know what's better than one Black Parade Miku? 2 Black Parade Mikus! Thank you so much to everyone who let me borrow their pictures. You all looked amazing. We definitely understood the assignment. Also, this couple right here is not only adorable, but also important because they will be coming up later, so remember them. After a good 30 to 45 minutes in the merch line and a bottle of orange juice to replenish my strength, we got to our seats while Garbage was playing, and my god, those nosebleeds are terrifyingly high. I'm not that afraid of heights, but I have my limits, okay? And don't worry guys, I did wear earplugs like every elder emo on TikTok told me to, but I think I might have gotten the wrong kind of earplugs because everything sounded super muffled. And here are pics of the view from my seat. The camera doesn't do it justice because I was way closer to the B stage than I thought we'd be. I'm talking maybe 10 or 12 feet away. At long last, the time has come. Content warning for flashing lights and strobes. If you can't handle those things, I'll put a timestamp that you can skip to. So as you can see in the first clip, after everybody stood up, I couldn't see a thing because I am very short. But there was a seat in the row behind us at the start of the row that went completely unclaimed the whole time we were there up to that point. And we asked the people around those seats if they were claimed by anybody, and they said no, so I just snuck back there and pretended that was my seat. Had a much better view from then on. Shout out to everyone around me that didn't snitch. I hope you guys had just as much fun as I did.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see our marching band. He said, son, you got will you be the savior of the broken, the beaten and the damned? He said, will you defeat them? You demons and all the non-believers, the bread that they have made. Because one day I leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade, Texas.
And then there was the execution. Sorry, the electrocution, if you will. Which I unfortunately didn't get any footage of, so I found someone else's recording to show you guys. Sorry. Credit to Cooper Castile 2 on YouTube.
We're going to decide if these people get executed. Their crime, it's collective to question the vitality of his grand immortal dictator. It's up to you, America, what we do with them. For those that think we put a bullet in them, let's see the red, let's see yay! Alright, now keep them up. Now, all who oppose, say nay! There's a lot of fucking red. It's close though. I'll let you know it's close. You gotta give the people what they want. Roll! one didn't get hit. One of our guys missed. We should have got somebody from Dallas to do it. All right, well, let's show her what she's won then. It's a brand new 2009 Rivera Dark. Gets great gas mileage, looks pretty sweet. What's in it? A brand new goat in the back seat. All right, yeah, let's get her over there. Let's get her behind the wheel of that brand new car. What do you say, Texas?
Also, confession time. I didn't know this comment about Dallas was a JFK assassination joke until I saw this TikTok an entire week later. I thought it was a joke about Texas's obsession with guns, but now it's so obvious and a very Gerard joke to make. It just flew right over my head. Now I gotta talk about the fan project. Originally, the Texas Fan Project was just for sleep, where we'd put blue pieces of paper in front of our phone flashlights to light up the stadium blue. But due to the crazy strobe lights, Disenchanted was added onto it later. However, we also ended up doing it spontaneously for I Don't Love You, and Gerard noticed.
It's like being outside. Look at those stars. And would you have got to say, I don't love you like I loved you yesterday. For the show, because we were very excited for
And then, something amazing happened. A moment I've been waiting for since I got my tickets. When I found out they played the entirety of Black Parade at When We Were Young Fest last year, meaning they played Disenchanted for the first time since the Black Parade is Dead in 2007, I was ecstatic, but I also wished I could have been there to see it, so I had to settle for looking it up on YouTube. And when I heard the new synth intro, I freaking ascended. Are you kidding me? And the fact they announced they're gonna tour the Black Parade again, not even a month later, was crazy work. But it wasn't until I got my tickets that I realized, oh my god, I'm gonna hear Disenchanted live. And I'm gonna hear the new intro and have my soul just leave my body. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now and let the moment speak for itself.
The button pressed, and a simple act has meaning. A single word repeats across the stars, and then our hearts. Greatness. And comes a time when all must ask, what goes too high? What loss so great? To scroll our names in sand, or chisel them in concrete? Good night, my friends. Good night to all.
Well, I was there on the day they sold the cars for the queen, and when the lights all went out, we watched her live on the screen. I hate the ending myself, but it started with an alright scene. It was a roll of the crowd that gave me heart to say. It was a lot of this night that said you won't be a thing. The cars for the queen, and when the lights all went out, we watched her live on the screen. I hate the ending myself, but it started with an alright scene.
Amazing, right? Immediately after that, I got to hear my all-time favorite MCR song. I got to hear Famous Last Words live in person. This song means a lot to me in a way that I can't tell you right now, but trust me, I was singing and crying at the same time, even though you can barely hear me.
But I can't make you stay. But where's your heart? But where's, come on! To change that heart, to change But away. Asleep or dead, 'cause I see you lying next to me, with words I thought I'd never speak, away and done. I say now come along to this tragic affair. Wipe off sad makeup, what's in this despair? Now throw on the black dress mixing with the light. You might wake up and notice you're someone you know. If you look in the mirror and don't like what you see, you can find out firsthand what it's like to be me. So gather around, piggies and kiss this goodbye. I'd encourage your smile, I'll expect you won't cry. 'cause I don't know how. When they love me for it, honestly, I'll be here for a while. So give them blood, gallons of the stuff. Give them all that they can drink, and it will never be enough. So give them blood, ravenous, because there's going to be a flood. A celebrated man amongst the gurneys. They can fix me proper with a bit of luck. The doctors and the nurses, they adore me so, but it's really quite alarming, 'cause I'm such an awful fuck. I gave you blood, gallons of the stuff. I gave you all that you can drink, and it has never been enough. I gave you blood.
And now, for the moment I know a lot of you are probably waiting for, the B stage, where I and 50,000 other people there were personally attacked by Frank Iero.
Thank you, Clarence. Please make some noise for Clarence Johnson. I've been a fan of for a while. And she's also part of the Rock National Auxiliary Band, along with Kaylee Goldsworthy and Tucker Rule. Please make some noise for them.
Another moment that will live in my heart forever that almost made me cry is this next part where they had the audacity I say, to follow this up with one of the setlist manifestations of mine, the song that made me cry tears of hope, one of my 2 favorite songs off Conventional Weapons.
All tonight's scheduled shoutouts were shouted. There's more coming, but they're for different nights, you know? So this one is for you guys. It's yours. Most of them are. Anything you don't hear me put out to somebody else, it's yours, you know? This song off Conventional Weapons. It's a beautiful song for an ugly world. Are you ready? I think we should see those lights. That'll really...
Words cannot describe how amazing it was to hear that live. And it wasn't just special for me. Oh no. For a few sections over, a certain happy couple had an even more special moment. That's right. Remember this couple from earlier? Turns out they got engaged during The World Is Ugly, and what a perfect song to do it to. And that's not all. Oh no. Another couple decided to take it a step even further and got straight up married at the concert. Like with rings and someone to officiate and everything. This even ended up on the local news channel the next day. So now I can say I was technically in attendance to an elder emo wedding. Congratulations to both happy couples, and may you live long and happy lives together.
That's the stupidest thing I ever said. Let's go, this song's tough. Pretty fucking tasty. You know what I'm saying? The dumbest shit tonight. I think this is your son's favorite song, right? This goes out to you, Jones.
And you
We are so far from here.
We are learning to die. Most of us we're always the end. We don't care about all the birthdays and you can just pretend. Until the last exploding light surface the land, we scream not alone. We rise like promises. If we are learning to fly,
And just like that, it was over. Time to pack up and go home. The craziest night of my life with the craziest set list of the whole tour at that point. Like, look at this. They hit us with the quadruple whammy of Our Lady of Sorrows, Bullet with Butterfly Wings, The World is Ugly, and War Beneath the Rain. When we thought that last one was just a one-time thing. This is actually crazy and I'm still in disbelief over it. They really treated us, and I could not be more grateful. I think this meme sums it up pretty well. Everybody say thank you, Frank! Alright guys, I'm home. I'm gonna have to fill you guys in tomorrow on everything, on all my thoughts, because your girl is tired, okay? Very tired. I am about to fall asleep.
Alright, gang. Let's peep this merch. First off, the t-shirt. And here she is. I know this isn't the Helena Funeral Program shirt I was going for, but for some reason the merch stand didn't have it, so I went with this one instead, and I really like it. It's cool. And there's actually some really interesting lore behind this shirt design in particular. Franny Stein on TikTok has an amazing video on that, and you should totally check it out. I might link it in the description of this video. Next up is this set of drag buttons. I saw a picture of these when we first got visuals of the merch truck for the Seattle show, and I saw this. They make me do push-ups and drag button and cackled. It's simply too funny. I had to get these. I love these. This is great. And finally, I also got the drag insignia enamel pin, and I actually got 2 of them. One for me and one for my bestie who cannot make any of the shows this tour, so I got her a little souvenir. And of course, I cannot forget the yay or nay signs. I got one for me and one for my mom, so I can have them framed saying both yay and nay. And of course, I can't forget the fan-made trinkets, obviously. So I still have the blue piece of paper for the fan project,
It's a little banged up because I had it in my phone case, but I will be framing this as well. And of course, the bracelets. Check out this spread. Look at that. So by the end of the night, the final bracelet count was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, including this one, which is one that was given to my mom and not me. I was also given this cute little ducky by somebody at the end of the night that I traded my last button with. It's so cute. And of course we have the first trinket that I got, this cute Danger Days hotel room keychain. A guy came up to us in line while we were waiting to get into the venue, and he said that his girlfriend made these keychains to hand out to people that she met at the show, and she sent him to come and find me because she only made one Danger Days keychain and it was this one, and she said this one had to go to me because 1, it's Danger Days, and 2, it's pink, so it perfectly matches my outfit. Isn't that so sweet? I freaking love this. This is so going on my My Chemical Romance eat-a bag if I ever do make one. I hope to one day, but right now I can't, but I'll find something to do with it. I love this little keychain so much. I love it. Look at it. However, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you guys the craziest thing that I got. I saved the craziest thing for last. Y'all aren't ready. I got the freaking set list! One moment. Okay, I'm good. But yeah, this is the actual set list, like written in Kaposhka and everything. Since I was so close to the sound booth, when we were leaving, we walked right past it on our way out, and this tall lady with blue hair behind me said that they were handing out set lists if I wanted one. So, I went up there and I got one. So thank you to the mysterious blue-haired lady that let me know. I hope both sides of your pillow are cold and you had a great night's sleep last night. Oh my god! I got the freaking set list! I'm so framing this. I do wish they also still gave you physical tickets when you go to a concert, because I definitely would have framed those too. But I am very happy with what I got anyway. Now, I did hear tell from one of my friends in Discord that was also at the show that there was somebody that was handing out fake homemade ticket stubs that they made to people that they met at the show, but I never ran into them, so oh well, maybe next time, if there ever is a next time. I feel like My Chemical Romance shot me out of a freaking cannon because, oh my god, what? The B-Stage set list was crazy! I'm genuinely surprised that they didn't do Hang 'em High, but I am so not complaining about what we got instead. And I technically got what I wanted. I got Nana and Planetary Go. I was so excited, oh my god. And The World is Ugly? Are you kidding me? I was hoping for literally anything from Conventional Weapons, but they chose one of my 2 favorite songs? I got to hear The World is Ugly played live! Ah! Oh my god! Oh god, my poor nose is still bruised from that mask, dude. It was clamping onto my face so hard, but especially on my nose bridge. But yeah, also we got War Beneath the Rain? Are you kidding me right now? I thought that was a one-time thing. They really treated us last night. They really did. And I thank them for it. Wow. Almost my dream set list, man. What a night. What a show. Oh yeah, also, the guy that survived the execution won a car? What kind of messed up game of Wheel of Fortune are you playing, Gerard? Jesus Christ! Also,
the Grand Immortal Cowboy will never not be funny. That was... I was not expecting that. I freaking love that. They saw an opportunity and by God they took it. And I got to hear Ray shred on Famous Last Words. I got to hear my favorite MCR song played live, and I got to hear Ray shred out my favorite guitar solo of anything ever. And summon flames and burn the stage down, like I said before. Those are not pyrotechnics. Ray can just do that. Also, can confirm Ray's hair is even more glorious IRL, and I should know. Game recognized game. And I know some of y'all are gonna be curious as to how my mom felt about the whole thing, what are her thoughts, and she loved it. And she said, in her opinion, Gerard sounds even better live than he does on the record. Says he has a phenomenal voice, and the show was amazing. And I also found out that my mom went to go see Motley Crue like 4 times throughout this whole experience. Like, what? So yeah, last night was definitely the craziest night of my entire life, in a good way. It was amazing and exciting, but also a little terrifying and nerve-wracking and overstimulating, but it was still great nonetheless. I could feel the drums vibrating my entire chest cavity and rib cage. It was crazy. At first it was very like disorienting and it freaked me out a little bit, but I very quickly got used to it, and I kind of didn't want it to stop because I felt like alive. Like I felt my bones inside my body, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm alive. I'm human. I have bones in here. I kind of forgot. It's crazy. So now I know that songs are not exaggerating when they talk about feeling the drums in your heart. Like, that's a legit thing. Kesha was not messing around when she said, I hear your heartbeat to the beat of the drums. I just, wow. And apparently, according to my friends that are regular concert goers, says, oh yeah, that's definitely a thing. They are correct. That's a normal occurrence. Stadium speakers are no joke. Which is why I am extra glad that I did bring earplugs like everybody told me to. Because, oh my god, that was loud. Like, really loud. Way louder than I was expecting. Like I said before, I haven't been to a concert in over 10 years. The last time I went to one was Taylor Swift's Speak Now tour, and that was when I was in 7th grade, and I remember barely being able to hear her, and I was up in the nosebleed section, and that was a stadium tour. She was in Cowboy Stadium in Dallas. So yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be that loud, and then the music started. I was like, well, okay, earplugs going in, like right now. So yeah, was it very muffled? Yes. But could I still hear what was going on? Yes. And I don't think I could have drowned out that bass and the drums even if I wanted to, because it was, again, rattling my freaking chest cavity like somebody stuck a jackhammer in there. Wow. So yeah, would I do it all again? Knowing everything that was gonna happen still? Yeah, absolutely. And if they do end up going on tour again after all of this at some point in the future, you can bet I'm gonna try and get tickets again. And hopefully I can maybe survive the pre-sale if I have money at the time. We'll see. Or maybe I'll get lucky. I don't know. I'm so glad that I decided to throw caution to the wind and try and do this and try and pull this off. I don't regret a minute of it. That was amazing. And I know that there's a timeline out there where I decided not to go and I watched the live stream of this show and I'd be kicking myself and regretting not trying to go for the rest of my life. And I am so glad that I am not in that timeline. I'm glad that ain't me. I'm glad I decided to try and go. And I'm so happy, so relieved, and so grateful that I was actually able to pull it off. I do kind of wish that I filmed more of all of the people I saw walking around and took pictures with people all dressed up like me, but after overheating, my brain wasn't firing on all cylinders and I never fully recovered, so that just kind of went out the window, and I was busy just trying to feel better so that I was okay enough for the concert. But I'm still very happy with the footage I got. And I know this video is going to be crazy long. Like, this is most likely gonna be the longest video I've ever posted and probably ever will post to YouTube, but I don't really care. I made this video for me because I wanted this moment, this experience, to be preserved, to be documented, so that I have something to look back on long after I'm old and gray and my memory has started to fail me. But to those that have stuck around until the very end, for those that have stuck around this long, thank you. And I hope you guys got some enjoyment out of this, or as much enjoyment as I'm probably gonna have once I finally have this all edited together and I can watch it and know that that memory is preserved forever. With that, take care, guys. May death never stop you, and I will see you guys later.